any reason.
Let me answer.
Okay, no, I'm just making it clear to you. You said it wasn't clear.
Okay, I don't have a secret plan. What I said, if you're on BREC, you probably got the same email. What I said was, I'm not laying out my entire detailed plan on my website or in an email. Okay, I think that's reasonable. Now, as far as electing candidates, let me just tell you again from personal experience. I'm the only one that's actually been elected that's running for BREC, and let me tell you. Part of the big problem is you don't really know what to do. You don't know how to recruit volunteers. After I was an elected official, I did get some help from BREC. I didn't really need it as much then. I'll tell you the group that, just so I don't give the wrong impression, I want to give credit where credit's due. The group that really stepped up and helped me the most, young Republicans. They were there for me, going door to door. But honestly, as a local municipal candidate, you're going to be responsible for getting a lot of your own volunteers. I mean, that's what I did. I got my friends, I got my family, my kids, my relatives, people from the local club that I knew. So, no, BREC is not responsible for all of a sudden dumping everything in your lap. But what BREC can do is tell a first-time candidate, when you're going out and campaigning, don't go knock on every door in your street or every door in the condo, because you're wasting your time. So, there's some common sense things that we need to do. And I'll tell you, if you don't believe me, ask other people. Now, second-time candidates, you sort of learn it, but ask other people that have run a campaign the first time how much time they wasted just because they did not know what to do. And if somebody would have told them or showed them, it would have saved them a lot of time. I hope that answered your question.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I really applaud that you say you're not going to, and you also want to hold the rest of the board to this, you won't endorse anybody until the primary is over. And I'd like to know, it was kind of, this question sort of influenced by earlier questions, and I'd like to know, as far as chairman, how you'll look upon it when other BREC members openly bash other primary candidates, because by permitting that in a way, it's sort of like endorsing or indirectly not endorsing candidates during the primaries. I witnessed this in both the general election primaries and in a special election, general election actually, where there were BREC members who were talking down about the Republican candidate. So I'd like to know what your take is on that and what you'll do to prevent that type of thing in the future.
A big part of it is you have to lead by example. So, we do live in a free country, and there is really nothing in the Constitution, it's really bylaws, they call it the Constitution of BREC, that says you really can't do that. Somebody asked a question, what would you want to change in the bylaws of the Constitution? Maybe that ought to be one of them. I really don't know. But first I would see who's on the BREC board, because I know for a fact some of the individuals, if elected, will feel exactly the same way I do, and it wouldn't be an issue.
Just to follow up, but just to expound on it, because if you're bashing a Republican candidate and the only other
Okay, she's asking, should you bash Republicans? The answer is no.
I'm sorry, I'm just expounding on what I said earlier. It's not a follow-up, but to clarify, if you are bashing a Republican candidate when there's a Democrat candidate and it's a general election, that is essentially promoting the Democrat candidate, and that is against bylaws in the party. So I'd like to.
Okay, I didn't.
I'm sorry about
I thought
that.
you were talking about in the primary. Yeah,
right,
that's if there's we have general counsel. I hate to admit it because half of the room will hold it against me. I'm a lawyer too. I don't know those rules backward and forward. That's what we have counsel for. That's one of the things that I do know. The chairman appoints a counsel. If there's a way to throw somebody that does that off the board, I'd be in favor of it. Whatever the penalty is, I mean, it's just completely inappropriate to support a Democrat against a Republican.
All right, this is the last question on there.
All right. This is number one.
No, I was teasing. Give me a break. I just wanted to know the answer to the question that I had posed, because
Ask it
about
again.
as far as the trying to cut cost on the facility where BREC is held. What are you going to do, and what are your plans? Are you for cutting costs since
Okay, well-
the Treasury is not in the greatest shape? And I wanted to say something else, but I forgot.
Okay, well,
Thank
come on. The easy answer is we're all Republicans. We all want to cut costs. I'll tell you one problem. If Richard probably didn't know this, I don't. If BREC has a budget, the membership doesn't know what it is, and BREC needs to have a budget, and we need to have that public that the membership can know. So that's the first place is come up with a budget, and I mean, holy cow, in your own household and if you have a business, you have to have a budget. So I don't know if there is one, but it's not publicized if there is one, and we need to do so.
Okay, and then ever so quick, Chad, quick, and then.
All right. Yeah, Tom, you elucidated a bit on it, and it's on your website, about the mystery plan. All right.
What's the website?
Your website.
BrowardRepublican.org.
You've got 5 of them, I think. The plan that you have about creating CATs, these community groups that you want to organize, seemingly outside the structure of BREC. You mentioned nothing about BREC committeemen and their involvement. Only the executive board and these community appointees that will organize local elections, select candidates, and now this mystery plan you have, I really think you owe the BREC members as to what you mean and what you intend to do with BREC should you be elected chairman.
Okay, is that the question?
That's it. What do you intend to do?
Okay. All right, another fan. Listen, the nuts and bolts is not rocket science. If you look at my plan, if you look at Richard's plan, if you look at Jay's plan, it's basically the same elements. And this maybe we shouldn't have called it a cat team. It sounds, I don't know, cat, if maybe you're a dog person, but community action team. What that is about is that's a regional group. Now, my idea, and I don't think it's really that novel. I think it's common sense. Is you want to bring in people that know what they're doing. We have technology issues. Everybody said that. We want to bring in people that know something about technology, and we need. What that team is about is what you're talking about is regionally looking at where our best races are, where we should put our resources, and identifying people, recruiting people, and getting people elected.
Thank you. Good job. A quick question for me, of course, is before, I said I may not have seen it, but before April, I did not see much of you in BREC. Why is that?
I think you weren't there a lot. I don't know.
Oh, no, I was there every month. Trust me. Now the thing is, I may not have seen you, but I just want to ask as far as your involvement in BREC as a.
I think I'm attend BREC most of the time. It may have been some of the time I was working on local campaigns. My history, I've worked more on municipal campaigns than congressional and that thing. So I don't know what to tell you other than that. But that's where I put more of my energy. I've walked, I made phone calls, I've done things like that, but not as much as you as far as congressional and things like that.
Okay, and that's what want to know. People want to see. You guys give him a round of applause. We're done. No. We have to go on though. I'm sorry.
I'll talk to you afterward.
No, I like this to be out.
Oh, okay.
You are an executive committee person. You can only miss 2 meetings.
Well, that goes, okay, so that proves it. I wasn't thrown off, so I must have been at the meetings.
Okay. The way you were talking, you
That's
were going to a lot of municipal.
I am sure, I don't know if we have the records, I'm sure I was not at every single meeting. I'm just sure of it. But I was evidently at enough I wasn't thrown off. I mean, I attend the BREC meetings.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay.
Good job. For the record, there's plenty of people that attend BREC regularly that don't do squat. So there's a lot of people that are not even members of BREC that have been working their tails off. And so it's just, that's where we need to rejuvenate. But this one of those questions.